Well, Taha Meli Arvas is a professor of finance at Bogazici University, and he joins us now from Istanbul. Why do we think these rejections are going up and up in number?
I think there are two reasons. One of them is that that there's a political motive behind these rejections, but probably the less contentious reason is because Europe, frankly, is in serious financial straits. Frankly, the Ukraine-Russia war has really put Europe has caught Europe at the worst time. The economy is really bad as it is, and so the first thing is, as we were mentioned in the piece there, we know that when you apply for a visa, as they said in the piece, it's not non-refundable, so it's a revenue stream. Thousands of people apply for visas, and these European countries, Schengen visas, oftentimes give visas of like 3 days or 5 days. You apply for the United States or Canada, for example. If they see that you're not a threat, or if you have no intention of staying in these countries, you get a 10-year visa and you walk away. But you apply to Germany or France or any of these other countries, business people who have been to these countries 15, 20 times, frankly, and they get visas of like 4 days or 5 days, because every time they apply, they have to pay the fee. It's a revenue stream for these countries. So they make money every time you apply. So it's really unfortunate they're doing this.
You referenced a political motive. I mean, Turkey is a friend to Europe, isn't it? It's a NATO ally.
Turkey is. That's someone should remind Europe of that. Unfortunately, there are many European politicians who remember Turkey's being an ally, being a NATO ally, being one of the most important NATO allies, the second largest military in Europe, the country that single-handedly brought about the grain fertilizer export agreement between Russia and Ukraine. A very important ally here, but it helps. It plays well in the parlors of Europe to bash someone, and Turkey is the neighbor of Europe that the politicians populist politicians get points for bashing. Unfortunately, Turkey has that. It's an easy win for these politicians, so we see that happening, which is unfortunate, but it's the reality.
Well, it's a cruel irony then that after being in good relations with Europe for so many years, of course, Ukraine situation has actually made it more likely that Ukraine will become a member of the EU long before Turkey ever does, if it wants to.
Right. That is a situation. You're right. I'm not sure that Turkey is as motivated to become an EU member as it was in the past. We see the countries in the EU. I mean, we just experienced Brexit. I mean, you're connecting to us from London. One of the largest economies of the EU decided they want out. There are other countries that are seeing that the European, specifically the Eurozone dream, was a great dream, but it may not be. It's really under threat. The euro has fallen nearly 20% against the U.S. dollar in the last year. Europe has multi-decade high inflation. Will this war really do in the Eurozone? Frankly, this is the question. This winter will be, only time will tell that, but Turkey has to have alternatives. Europe is nearly half of Turkey's exports. It's one of the largest business partners, trading partners that Turkey has. So Turkey is often accused of turning east rather than looking west. But with friends like these, the saying goes, "Who needs enemies?" Unfortunately, Europe forgets that Turkey is friendly. The Turkish people and the European people continue to have great relations. But like I said, it's an unfortunate chain of events that have led for Europe to kind of give Turkey the cold shoulder. And this Schengen application thing is only the latest salvo there, unfortunately.
Taha Meli Arvas, thank you so much.
My pleasure.